My name is Amanda Clark and I am a beauty guy with Limelife by Alcone. And so today we were going to talk about our wax-based foundation. In fact, we're going to talk about, if you are searching on YouTube for Limelife foundation, this may be something that, may come in handy later after you have tried it. I use my foundation daily. I'm a nurse at a hospital. I go to work every day, 5 days a week, and then even on my days off I like to do videos, and so I like to put on makeup. So I wear my foundation pretty much every day, and this foundation lasts me a good 3 to 4 months, and that's with daily use. I have a lot of customers who use it, and that lasts them a good 8+ months, and that's just because they don't use it very often. But when I get down to the very bottom, it's what I love about this is that you can actually use all of your product, which is awesome. Which it goes around inside the little pan in the circle. And so we're going to talk today about how we can kind of melt that down, since it's a wax base, and get it kind of to fill the pan up. Now, one of the things, a little disclaimer, is I've heard, mentioned before that sometimes if you melt it down, it can alter the tone a little bit of your foundation. I have not had that problem. Every time, and several people that I know that have done it, every time that we've done it, it is there's been no issue with the tone, with the color. It's still matched perfectly. So just know, a little disclaimer, if you do try it and that happens, I'm sorry, but it has worked perfectly for me every time. So we're going to talk about how we do that. All right. Okay, first what you want to do when you have this foundation, these pans are magnetic, and so whenever you receive it, you'll see that there's actually holes at the back, and that's how you can actually remove the pans. And so I like to use either a paper clip or a pin or a bobby pin or something like that, and just poke through the back and remove the pan. And so we'll just put this to the side right now. So I just have an electric griddle right here. You can actually use your straightener. You can use a pan on the stove, just on very warm. I just have this on very low, and I just have this kind of on the lower setting. And so it's kind of warming up, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna set it on there. And we're just gonna let that melt. We're just gonna give it a little time. And so you might see that it's starting to melt. I use tongs because this is metal, and so you don't want it to, see, I already spilled it on there, and that's okay, but it's gonna be hot, so you just want to be sure that you're not touching it. So the sides have already melted, and I'm just gonna kind of swirl this around in the pan a little bit so I can make sure that I'm getting all of it covered. Okay, that did not take long at all. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to set it to the side here. Let me get that little bitty covered. Okay, I'm just going to set it to the side and let it cool off. Okay, so here it is. Now it's at the bottom of the pan. It took about 5 minutes for it to cool off. And now, of course, I can touch it without hurting myself. So you just want to be sure it's cooled down whenever you start messing with it, because you don't want to burn yourself. What I like to do, since I've had everything at the edge of the pan and now just melted it down, I want to be sure that I'm keeping my makeup sanitized. It's important to get all of the bacteria, the acne causing bacteria. The good thing about this foundation is it doesn't clog pores and it doesn't cause the acne, but any bacteria that's been on your brush and on your face all the time and you're going back and forth, you just want to be sure that you're keeping it clean. So I actually like to use this sanitizing spray. It's cosmetic sanitizer spray called Dirty Work. Let it do the work for you. It's actually alcohol based, and so it actually helps kill that bacteria. So what you do is you just come in about 6 inches away or so, just get a little squirt. Okay, squirt it on there. So I'm gonna let that dry. One of the good things about this particular spray is it doesn't affect the quality of the products. I use it on my eyeshadow, my blush, my bronzer, and that kind of stuff, and it doesn't affect the quality of it. So that's really awesome. So I want to affect the quality. So I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'll kind of show you how it works. Okay, so now it is dry. It takes about, I don't know, 60 seconds or so, maybe 2 minutes for it to dry, but now it's dry. So now I like to go in. I already have makeup on, but I'll kind of show you that it's still, the color still looks good. So we'll do it kind of around her chin here. All right, so I'm gonna go in. I go in with my buffer brush because I love a good buffer brush. Okay, I just go in with it. Okay, still looks good. I mean, the foundation still works perfectly. The color still looks good. You know, it's just fun to be able to use all of your product, which I love so much, is that I don't have a whole bunch sitting in the bottle being wasted. So anyways, if you have any questions, just leave them below. Thanks, bye.